Psst. Hey, over here. Boo. How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game started and the player needs to get a good first impression of its main character. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit my little prank on you might have been a bit overboard. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. See ya. Oh. It's just a dream. Something near the door. Membership with the Shining Fingered will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least $800 by then. Make sure to save your data by using the Life Backup app, and I can browse the Augmented Eye. So, I'm gonna start doing that, and I'm gonna explain a couple things. I'm gonna play this, and I think unlike every other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be drinking during this one. Mass immigration continues as Quincy reveals new economic adjustments by Kimberly LaVallette. With inflation rates among the highest in the world, constant shortages of basic groceries, and rampant violent crime, Glitch City citizens look for a better life in other countries. Quincy, however, isn't happy with this. They learn in our schools and universities, the Prime Minister said during a talk with the Augmented Eye, but they apply what they learn somewhere else, and I find it rather insulting. This comes after revealing the new economic measures for the city, which most analysts consider to be useless for the current environment. They don't know shit, concluded Quincy. Wonderlanders are the newest threat to your security. If you thought Alice Rabbit was good at cracking the most complicated security protocols in the world, then this new group will certainly blow your mind. They've yet to make an impact as big as Alice Rabbit, but they seem to be aiming very high with their recent threats issued against Prime Minister Quincy. We hold full access to Quincy's email network and will release the whole database this January, the group declares during a stream. Shallow threats. When questioned, Prime Minister Quincy dismissed all the group's threats by stating he's not hiding anything, and is not afraid of a possible leak of his email history. Maybe everyone will get to see what kind of TV I bought last month. Wild parties. People behind the Wonderlanders seem to enjoy dressing in all kinds of rabbit costumes? During the stream. From Anthro to Bunny Girl, the purpose was to show the love and respect they have for Alice Rabbit and their role in today's politics. We want to follow their example while having some fun. We're not sure if this will go anywhere, but we'll be there to tell you if it does. I forgot to say that Jill has lines. Wonder what Alma thinks of this whole thing. I just didn't ignore this. Would you leave? Not without you, for being Jill's cat. Cyborg and Heels returns next year to the Super Silver Thunder Dome, Lana Smithy. The popular show Cyborg and Heels returns to the Dome this March, with tickets going on sale in January. Cyborg and Heels is a massive stage, a show about a cyborg fighting terrorism while wearing heels. Director Quentin Hayter explains Cyborg and Heels' special appeal during an exclusive interview with the Augmented Eye. What's not to love about it? It's a cyborg wearing heels, cutting stuff. That's literally something we've never seen before, a niche market I'm willing to capitalize on. Did this game come out before Nier Automata? I don't remember. Check out the full interview in the next few weeks exclusively here at the Augmented Eye. Oh, I forgot. His acting's unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyway. Rules of nature. Oh, it's a Metal Gear Rising. It's a Metal Gear Rising. Rules of nature. Okay. We're fucking broke. And before I kind of... You know what? There's a better time to mention that. Let's fucking go. Life back up, let's save. We did nothing, but fuck it. I want to save. Cool. Go to work. Good evening. Ah, hey there, Jill. Oh, hey, John. When will you admit you have a John face, Jill? When you let people call you Jules. Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's boss? Dunno. She went out to buy some stuff and, Did you hear what I just told you? You said something. Yes. Now you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and, there's always the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of closing. So, not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. And there's all the beer cans up around my apartment, and Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a piano man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Let's start with a sugar rush. We'll look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book that will show up on the top left. You can also sort drinks by flavors like sweet or types like manly. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from their cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Jill. When done, press the mix button and then press it again to stop mixing. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. But if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Jill, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction. And this should be no problem. Cool, sick. He wants a piano man. I'm gonna get him a piano man. So, this... I forget. Okay, right here. I completely... It's been a while since I played this game. I don't remember. So, this LP is going to be very, very different in the sense that I'm actually going to be drinking alcohol for this LP. Which I'm probably never going to do again. Highly doubt it. And I've also never consumed enough alcohol to actually get drunk. So, that's certainly something. So mixed it up. So you just need to, like, quickly tap it. And that's a piano man. Sick. Here, happy? But yeah, I've never consumed enough alcohol to actually get drunk. And, I might do that. This might be, like, me recording this might be the first time I get drunk, and I'll have that recorded. Speaking of, the rule is, whenever I make a drink, I have to take a drink. Not like a little sip. I'm gonna take a fucking drink. I got like an 18-ounce cup filled with half and half, relatively half. There's less one part. It's half Midori, which is a melon drink, and half lemonade. A little bit less lemonade, I think. But yeah, why not? I like sweet shit, so it's good. Ooh. Okay. I think that's a good ratio that I got there. Anyway, I was gonna make a Midori sour, but I don't have lime juice anywhere, and this is, you know what? This is fine. I like lemonade, and it works well together. Fuck it, who cares? Yes, I stand corrected. Now let's get working. Oh yeah, before I forget. Also, if I just generally feel thirsty, I'm probably going to take a sip anyway of it, so... might even finish cup and have to go get more in a recording session, goddamn. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional Carmetrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. I will, experiment with that later on, because I got a fun thing I want to show. If it's available in this version, I don't know if it got updated out or not. I don't know. Optional Carmetrine doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Carmetrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. Bullshit! The amount of alcohol in a drink definitely changes the feel of a drink. It gives it like a mouthwash feel. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. I'm loading it up as hard as I can. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Hey guys. Oh, Bob. Who's that? I don't know, found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious body in here. She's gonna make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. It's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have to work too, damn it! Oh, we have work to do, damn it. God damn. There are two of you. Believe in yourselves. Ugh. Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, it's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that were the case. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl. At least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be just sleeping soundly, not comatose. Yeah. Okay then, time to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? Oh, you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what. We've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs. Lots of them. You're joking. Jill, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well, so, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that by my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun. Just that? Fine, I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. This model needs to have all of its tall slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what the logic behind that decision was. The logic. So, clearly we need Every Day's Night. That is a required song. I think Drive Me Wild is good. Yes. So, there's a reason why I'm referring to the guy as Jill, as in, like, Jillian, which is, yeah, short for him. And even though the girl is named, the player character is named Jill as well, there's a specific line that happens later on that clues us in on how it's actually pronounced. And I actually got into a bit of a discussion, or a bit of an argument with a friend, that's good, about it, and he's like, no, it's Gil, or whatever. It's like, no, it's clearly fucking Jill. Like, you've played the game yourself. Fucking... Yeah, that one's good. It has a good remix, too, on, like, the remix album. The remix album is great, by the way. This is the song on that. Hell yeah, I love that song. Yeah, sure. Get some more moody stuff going. I'm probably gonna cut this out later on, but like, for right now, I'm gonna show it off. Yeah, that's cool. Like, you can fucking load this up with like the same song 12 times if you just don't give a shit and just want to get it on. Yeah, sure. Do I already have like Neon District? But for right now, I kind of just want to use just different songs to give you the feel of the soundtrack. Sure, fuck it, let's go. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey you, get me a beer. Ah, sure, right on it. Alright, so he wants a beer. So a beer is 1 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson Extract, 1 Powdered Delta, 2 Flanergide, and 4 Karmatrine. Now, notice this takes 10, which means we can easily double up. Hell yeah. Making sure all mixed. And serve. Let's take a sip. Sip, drink. There you go. Ugh. Yeah, this one's good. Pretty good, in fact. Nice job. Okay, thanks, I guess. This might be a mistake. I don't know. I'll figure it out in a little bit when I'm feeling not great or great. Alright, you're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey 3. This place sounds like it sucks. What kind of work do you do, mister? You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye. Nothing gets published there without my blessings. The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So, you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles of On Alice Rabbit, then. Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wild card hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's? That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks from all kinds of people. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and her kids. For the kids? Well, I'm not complaining about the fact that you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. I can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help them make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, but not all the daily stories about murders and the other horrors? Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to that list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get people get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Now you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. Death's not enough. They need a full sob story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. They're easier to write about and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money's good. Huh, guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. Worst part about that is that they know half of our clicks come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about... Nah, wait. I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. See? Get on the restaurant critique column. Shit. Forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? I believe that's... that kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituaries. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half of the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard that he tries to get free meals by proclaiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. Do you remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever? Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No. Wasn't this one then. Anyway, all this talk made me thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please. Coming right up. So, beer again. This man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store. I haven't had a beer yet, personally, myself. But this guy sure likes it. So yet again, 2 Adelhides. Actually, I think it might be faster to just use, like, QWERTY. I don't know. It might be. Okay, so I don't want that. You can remove by using Shift and QWERTY. This will become important later. So I'm going to add 4 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those, and 8 of those. Now here's the issue with that. It's not satisfying. Look at this shit. It's so much more fun. This is gameplay. I don't want to fucking press buttons. Buttons are lame. What? I don't know why I didn't fucking mix there first and foremost. Well, time to serve it and take a drink myself. I need to learn to pace myself on drinks. I've got a personal problem of just anything that isn't water, actually even water, I tend to drink fast. Not fast, but just take bigger gulps at once, and also fast. So, I need to pace myself when it comes to this, because it's alcohol. Here. That's the big things that make life worthwhile. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. This motherfucker profits off of it. So tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. If the place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who was that? Nobody important. Damn. I heard that. Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. So, celebrities. Not really, at least not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love, fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want is to see their idols torn down to their level. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You're not wrong, but even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals, or if they are dating God knows who? Granted, socks and sandals is practically public indecency, but still. Ah, please. As a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. Just like hairdressers. It sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day I saw this committee judge bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments when they make a mistake and fall to their level. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're human. Hey, that dude that plays that nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help sensationalizing everything. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place. They're like your big words, eh, brat? Well, two could play that game of... Hey, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a lab rat hell-bent on world conquest. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in her career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. Be like that priest who'd published confessionary stories, and then got excommunicated and lynched. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts. We can have you ghostwriting. Half of our staff do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway, eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess. Well, if you ever retire, that offer's waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Sure. Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. It is? Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general. But Mr. Donovan, now that's more like it. They're referring to me, to the man in front of them. Not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no. But I want them to fear me. Not because I'm their boss or the name appearing in their paychecks. But rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking something. What was it? Drink. Another one. Do you? Ah yes. You know what? Third time's the charm. Give me a beer. Alright? Third time's the charm for what? Anyway, better get him that beer. Let's give him another big beer. I'm pretty sure by making something big, it also gives you more money. So that's good for me, because money is good. Load up on that Karmatrine and mix. Sick. Now there's another drink. Okay. One beer. I don't necessarily think I really care for the feeling of drinking alcohol, honestly. I don't like that. I don't like the alcohol part of alcohol. Like, the taste of this drink is fine, it's just the alcohol portion of it. I'm like, I don't really like it. Presuming I don't pass out. Cheers. Enjoy. Say, kid, does this bar have any investors? You didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chain. There are no local investors. Why? Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, I mean, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, to government, and those kind of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. Make somebody else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal that say, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks. I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks, I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he paid before storming off. Wonder what happened with Sven, though. Never heard from him again. Chill. Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell ya. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents. Shh. You'll wake up Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yeah. Oh, client. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I... Big gut punch. Fast. Alright. So, he wants a gut punch. I want to give him a gut punch, alright. Damn. And he wants it big. So let's load up on 10 Bronson Extract, 2 Flanner, Jide, and optional Karmatrine. Let's see if I can do this right. So optional Karmatrine. So I am unable to insert more Karmatrine. The limit is 20, right? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So I don't really remember how to replicate a certain glitch that I was able to do in a previous version or whatever. But in a previous version, I was able to include way more than 20 ingredients. If I can replicate that in this version of the game, then I'll do that and just show it up here. If not, then what you're seeing currently is in a previous version of the game where I was able to, there was a glitch where you can increase the amount, but I don't remember the steps. It's been so long since I found it. Anyway, so that's 10, 2, an optional karma train, and so it is all aged and mixed. Gut punch. Let's rock. Here. You can actually do it then. This crack house is a bar. How the whole crack house? It smells like dog urine and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? I'm surprised you decided to come to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? Payment registry says... Sorry for the question then, Mr. Ingram McDougal. Sorry about the smell. We're working on fixing it. There was an incident over the weekend. But it's Tuesday. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a motel for a couple of hours? No. Then I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. May I ask you why you decided to come to our bar then? Somebody recommended me this place and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says that she's a regular here and all. I'm starting to doubt her tastes. A regular? Can I ask who? No. I'll concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has decent taste. Hey, Jill. What do you think? Where'd you put the dish soap? Jill's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right. Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoy your stay in Valhalla. So, any other feedback you want to provide the establishment so we can enhance your customer experience? No, nothing. That's an interesting change of heart. Can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here. You know my boss? I don't know her, but I know who she is. Dana Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mall rioters all by herself, knocking them out cold one by one. That's an achievement and a title I've never heard before. I know Boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Would you happen to know how she got her mechanical arm? I heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true. You've had an interesting change of attitude. I saw that woman take out armed rioters with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them. Interesting. You can relax though. I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved Class 5 weaponry, the other one a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca. An alpaca? Not really an alpaca, but there's this woman that owns a textile company. She got really drunk and she started screaming she was an alpaca. She started spitting on everything afterwards. My boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else? Give me a pile driver, please. Please? That's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. Pile driver. I honestly feel like suplexing him, though. So that would be under the P, because it starts with a P, obviously. Let's see if I can make it big after I add... It can easily be made big. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So I currently have 1530, and if it's big, it should go up by 320, right? All mixed. There we go. Can I not count? I don't remember. I don't... Whatever, alcohol. This is fine. Here. It's fine, I guess. Hey, lady, have you ever faked an orgasm? I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. As if you ever faked an orgasm. That's a question I'm not gonna answer. I'll take that as a yes. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time, lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually, but for that moment the lie can give meaning to you. I say lies are like your porn stash. You know that they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them. Does that mean you've really faked orgasms? Because you look like you have a lot of experience. Still, that's quite the random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now? Not really. I was just thinking about people making polite comments about this crack house. Of course you were. Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here. Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly? That's my problem, not yours. Give me a fringe weaver. Alright? Let's give me a fringe weaver. So, like, this first day of this game is definitely gonna be very easy. They're, like, as in, they are saying exactly what they want. Later on, it's not gonna be that simple. There's gonna be some bullshit we're gonna be seeing later. All aged and mixed. There we go. Try not to drink it too fast. Speaking of drinking. Oh, I got a piece of ice in that. Ugh. It's up to me. You know, the more I'm drinking, the more I'm actually feeling the alcohol. Not feeling the alcohol, tasting the alcoholness. And as I said before, I don't really care for that taste. Hey lady, have you ever felt empty? Empty how? Like, hungry? It just feels like fucking mouthwash alcohol. I don't like that. No, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing. Can't say I particularly have. I just feel there's this part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get or do something that I just can't satisfy. Have you tried taking up a hobby? Might not solve your problems, but might keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it. Any suggestions? Well, collecting stuff, reading, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising. Sounds a lot cheaper than the alternative, which is bitches and alcohol. I tried sex tourism once. It was like a bloody Russian roulette of STDs, so I left midway through. I once burned my Christmas bonus hiring 3 women for an orgy. Porn is more amusing and way cheaper. I've also hired a girl to act like my daughter for a day for 3 years in a row now. Nothing seems to do it. Have you tried rescuing a puppy? You can't fuck puppies. At least you shouldn't. I'm drawing a blank then. Can't think of anything that might help. I wasn't expecting you to help me, or to believe me. Eh? I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time. People lie, lady. Anyway, I'm leaving now. The smell is killing me. Please come again. Don't count on it. Good. Yeah. Boss, I'm gonna take my break. Alright. At least I didn't get locked up this time. Yo, more jukebox. You know what? Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll just stick with the music so I don't have to think. Okay then, back in action. Good evening. Is there a new channel? There we go. Yo, $60? What the fuck? Good evening. Would you mind taking your helmet off? Ah, sorry, it's so comfortable I usually forget I have it on. Is this better? Yeah, thank you. What can I get you, Miss... Master Specialist Sei-P Asagiri of the 766th Division of Valkyrie Corps at your service. Wait, that's too long. Just call me Sei. What can I get you for you, Sei? Let's see, I'm in the mood for a sweet drink. Oh, but not sweet as in cool. Although a cool drink would be nice too. But not cool as in great, and especially not as in big. More so since I have to get up early tomorrow and I can't afford a hangover. Sorry, did you get that? A sweet drink, preferably a cold one and not too big, right? Yeah, that's it. I can do that. Give me a sec. Something small, sweet, and icy. I wonder if I have something so specific. So this is the point where shit is getting specific. Now luckily, because not only have I played this game, but also I'm drinking. I'm just gonna be resorting to a guide on what to do it, so I don't have to think, and I can just do it immediately. So, she wants a Moon Blast. That being 6 Adelhyde. 1. I didn't mean to do that. 6. God damn it. Oh, actually, I do want that. 6 Adelhyde. 1 Powdered Delta, 1 Flanergide, and 2 Karmatrine. I don't think she wants it big, per se. So I'm gonna do just the standard, normal size. You could make it big. I'm not gonna make it big. Because I don't think she wants it big. Either way, blended. Blending is just letting it mix for a while. And once it hits that state, then you stop and you have a Moonblast. And I'm gonna get blasted with this. Yup, there you go. Ah, yes. This is just what I needed. Thanks. We don't get many White Knights as clients. I can only remember one other, in fact. You said you're from the Valkyrie Corps, right? Are you the guys who deal with riots and such? Riots? Oh, no. You're thinking the Blitzkrieg Corps. The ones with huge plated suits, right? Yeah, those. Nah, we're different people. I mean, obviously we are different people, but we don't deal with riots or anything. In fact, you could say we deal with their aftermath. How so? To rescue, heal, and protect. We are the angels who soothe those suffering enemy attacks. We are the light of hope in the darkest of times, the ones who assist the victims of crime. We watch, we protect. What was that? Sorry, it's sort of our Pledge of Allegiance. We recite it every morning. What it means is that our duties mostly include rescuing civilians, healing the injured, and protecting them from stuff. What kind of stuff? Burglars, rapists, car crashes, anything that might happen on our watch. You mentioned heal. Are you a doctor then? Nah, I know many doctors, but I'm not one. I'm more of a paramedic. I treat people so they can arrive safely at a doctor. I'm also kind of like a firefighter in that, and I sometimes rescue people from places. Damn, must be a tough job. Sort of, but it's also really rewarding. I mean, I've yet to meet somebody that isn't glad to see me when I arrive. You must have seen some shocking sights. Yeah, this one time when I was saving some people from the top of a collapsing building. I looked down and was blown away by how pretty the city was. It was like a starry sky on Earth. Oh, and there was this one time we were cleaning up the aftermath of a car crash. Water was pouring out of a hydrant. With the lights and scattered pieces of glass, it was almost dreamlike. That's not what I meant by shocking sights. No? But those are sights, and they're shocking, right? Yeah, but never mind. Wait, did I mishear and you actually meant size? I mean, sure. I've suffered the deepest, longest, and most frustrated sighs from people after everything's said and done, but don't worry, you didn't mishear. I guess I was just expecting a different kind of answer. What kind of answer? Don't worry too much about it. You finish your drink. Can I get you anything else? Something classy. A classy drink. Can you be more specific? Don't make it too big. Does that work? Sorry, I don't come to bars very often. My drinks usually come in a can. No problem. Don't worry. Classy drink, right? Let's see what I can find for you. So, I think what I need to get her is a Cobalt Velvet, which is 2 Adelhyde, 3 of these, and 5 of these. On the rocks and mixed. Sick. Here you are. Yep. This looks like something Stella would drink. Ooh. She's my dearest friend. Not that I don't have others, but she's the one I've known the longest. She likes these kind of drinks, so I wanted to see what's so special about them. And what do you think? I was expecting something stronger. I like it quite a bit. Say, Miss Bartender, what's your name? You know my name. Now I want to know yours. Ah, sure. Just call me Jill. 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 Jill short for Jillian. No, that's not right. Julianne. Julianne. Do not call me Julianne, please. Sorry about that. No, please excuse me. I don't want to anger you. Why don't you like being called by your full name? It's a stupid reason. Don't dwell too much on that. Okay. Still feel bad about angering you, though. Why? Because you look like a nice girl, Jill, and I don't like angering nice people. If it helps somehow, I really like this place. That actually helps. You're the first person to say something nice today. Thanks. What do you like about it? The smell of dog urine and soap. My mom used to be a veterinarian, and I used to go to their clinic after school, so the smell takes me back. Makes me feel comfy and nostalgic. What made you become a white knight instead of a veterinarian or anything else? Well, I was never a good student, so anything medicine of any kind was out of the question. That aside, it's mostly because of something that happened while I was a kid. A white knight attacked my friend and was coming for me when this other white knight saved us. I don't remember what happened next. I just woke up in a hospital with my friend watching over me. I mean, it wasn't a prophetic moment or anything like that, but ever since then I felt this was my calling. That I wanted to help people the same way that they helped me. Huh. It's interesting though. One would think that being attacked by a white knight would make you run the opposite direction. Yeah, but it was another one that saved me. So I kind of guide myself toward judging everything on an individual basis. Well, not to an extremist extent, but you get me. Yeah, I tried to do the same too. Why join the Valkyrie Corps specifically, though? Because I wanted to rescue people from dire situations whenever possible. And going into patrols and all of that felt too tiresome. It's also the one with the least paperwork involved. Now that I think about it, there are different kinds of white knights, right? I guess white knight is too broad of a term. There's not one specific type. There are many different classes. Rescue, assault. There's even a squad full of bureaucrats. Really? Yeah, they get assigned to companies to handle the accounting and that kind of stuff. People usually ask for them because they speed up processes. But if you were assigned when a company is suspected of having weird on-the-table deals. Interesting. There's also a squad dedicated to fighting school bullying. They were doing a nice job, but the fad of anti-bullying campaigns passed and they lost their funding. I believe some members still work with anti-bullying cases in an unofficial capacity. That'd be nice, I think. Can I get you anything else? I don't know if I should. I can't afford that many drinks, and besides, I don't really know how much alcohol I can handle. Yeah, I can see that. Yep, I'm gonna stop here today. Thanks for the chat, Jill. Sure, no problem. Bye. Come again. Will do. Wait, you forgot your helmet. She's gone. Whoa. Jill, did the ammonia make you go nuts? There was this time in Zanzibar when that almost happened. In any case, I'll go check that noise. What? Oh, she woke up. Where am I? Where am I? Good evening and welcome to Valhalla. That might not have been the best thing to say. Valhalla? Am I dead? Does that mean that Uncle Ingus's ramblings about the afterlife looking like a shoddy downtown bar are true? Called it. Afterlife. I'm not dead? As far as I can tell, no. To be fair, I don't know how death or the afterlife work exactly, but you're breathing, right? Alright, then where the hell am I? How did I get here? Who brought me here? And what were you planning to do with me? Are you organ traffickers, robbers, rapists, pickpockets? You're pickpockets, aren't you? Why aren't you saying anything? I'm waiting for you to vent your worries, otherwise you'll just... You're rapists, aren't you? Rapists! The whole lot of you. You want to tear my clothes, beat me unconscious, have your horrible way with me, and then brutally murder me, don't you? All while still violating every hole in my body as I lay there twitching, don't you? I don't think you're okay, lady. You're kind of nuts. Interrupt me. Well, this is going nowhere. Let's see if I can get a drink to calm her down, or throw her at her face. So, I can literally put, like, anything here, I think. And, I could do this to summon a secret client, because I think there's a secret drink I can make. Yeah, there's a secret drink I think I can make. However... Fuck that, I don't want a secret client. I'm just gonna try and get the most expensive thing I can make. So that would currently be... I think a cobalt velvet for right now. Let's see if there's anything more pricey than that. Yo, Piano Man. 320. I'll have to re-look at a Cobalt Velvet. Zen Star. No, okay, so Cobalt Velvet. 280 times 2. Oh, I could eat. That's easily way more pricey. Yo, bitch, you're gonna pay up. And 10 of these. Nice. So it is all in the rocks and mixed. Alright, pay up. And I'm gonna drink up because I just made a drink. Oh no. Oh god. I'm so much farther down the cup than I thought I would be at this point. That ain't good. What is that? A drink. You're in a bar. Bars serve drinks. Bar? So I figured I should give you something to help you calm down. Don't worry, it's on the house. To calm down. What'd you spice it up with? Roofies, TTX, pumpkins? God, no. Pumpkin. I wouldn't even think of it. Your stuttering makes you suspicious, you know. If I ever added anything like that to your drink, they'd dock my pay and tips. Not to mention I'd have to pay any lawsuits myself. And that's the best case scenario. I could get fired and lose benefits or go to jail. And trust me, the BTC loves to catch anyone who commits that particular felony. They show themselves all proud for a hefty PR boost. And the thought of going through all that is just... Even if you say that, let's do something. If you go outside and head just 3 businesses to the left, you'll find a convenience store. They sell drug tests for drinks. Tell the cashier that Dana Zane sent you. 2 flying cars crashed and went boom. That's why it was so noisy. Any damage? A hole in the street. Don't know about the drivers or anything. I see. Either way, I think I'm done here. Did you check inside the toilet paper's locker? What about... Oh my god. How? Why? How? I'm back. He tried to give me bandages at first, though. Did you have to pay? No. No problem then. Try it on the drink. Says negative. There you go. But you could be in cahoots with the clerk in the store. He even knew your name. Good point. But first of all, it's not my name. It's my boss's. Second, we're pretty much part of a chain, sort of like the spicy chicken at bars. And finally, I'm not making you drink this. I offered it to you as a sign of peace. I mean, you are right. It is indeed suspicious on my part. Sorry. You just ignore the drink, go through that door, and forget this ever happened. That would be it. You're at peace and nothing of value would be lost. Are you implying something won't have value because I ignored it? Are you saying my presence is so unimportant that my lack of action will yield no difference? And what about the drink? Are you gonna let this fruit of your work go to waste so easily? No, well, I'll let you know that I'm not that unimportant and that your work does matter. Not sure you should drink it all so fast. So, how was it? It was fine, but not something I'd order normally. Are you alright? Yeah, I guess you were telling the truth. Sorry about that. No problem. If I were you, I'd have probably reacted the same way. I should apologize for my last comment too. It came out as insensitive. I guess I'll stay for a while. I need to get my thoughts in order. Can you tell me how I got here? My boss found you unconscious and brought you here for safekeeping. And you were asleep until that car crash outside. I see. Guess it's better to wake up here than on the streets, stripped of clothes, dignity, and or organs. How did you fall unconscious? Were you tired? Sick? Guess I'm sick, but I'd rather not talk about it. Of course. I'll tell you what, your drinks are on the house tonight. Why would you do that? Consider it an apology on behalf of everyone here for all the trouble we've caused you. Also, something tells me you might need another drink right now. Yeah, you might be right. Okay then, I'll take you on your offer. I'll have a Piano Man. Will you be fine? Yeah, I just gulped the last one, so I want to enjoy this one. Coming right up then. Hey, Piano Man. You don't see women asking for a Piano Man every day. That will be a Piano Man. 2 Adelhyde, 3 Bronson Extract, 5 of these things, 5 of these things, and 3 of this. I'm double checking that is right? Yes. Rocks, mix. Man. Drink. Fuck. Here. Yeah, this is the one. Dad used to drink these before an actual pianist attempted to kill him. What did he do? Your dad, I mean, to provoke the pianist to do like that. Wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. He was relaxing in a bar when suddenly the pianist leapt off the stage and started punching him. Some say he was off his meds and that my dad looked like some music critic that had bashed him. I still hold my stance that he just got too excited. Jazz does that to you. I see. Piano Man has an interesting story. It was originally created by a bartender in honor of a pianist friend of his that had just died. Apparently it mixes all the flavors said friend liked the most. Oh, that's nice. So this is how it feels to go for a drink at the end of a long, hard day at work. Not sure if I like the fact that I'm falling into that. Where do you work, miss? Call me Kim. I don't know if I can say I work yet, though. I'm still just an intern. Can I ask where? Have you heard of a newspaper called The Augmented Eye? I read it every morning. In fact, Donovan D. Dawson was here earlier. I knew I smelled his nasty cologne. Bastard leaves his reek at wherever he goes. So you believe me? I do. God, you have no idea how much I hate that chauvinistic horse blower. Harsh words. The worst part is that I kind of admire the way he does stuff. He's so forceful about the things he wants that people have to done before they realize what's going on. He even got a pizza delivery boy to work server maintenance. Full week passed before the pizza shop asked where the hell he was. And would you believe it? The guy became decent at work server maintenance despite having no previous experience. It's kind of admirable, but at the same time I hate his guts. Ugh. Knowing that I have to work for him, it's why are you working there then? Did I ask something? I shouldn't have. No, don't fret about it. I'd rather not talk about it though. Fair enough. What's your name, bartender? Call me Jill. Is it hard to be a bartender, Jill? I guess it's as hard as being a cook somewhere. You keep going through the motions while trying to provide something of quality, all while answering the whimsy of people's orders. I think the hardest part of it is dealing with the chemical hazards some people might leave behind. Why? At one point I thought about being a bartender, but I was afraid they'd make me wear skimpy clothes and dance or something. Here we go again. Well, it depends on where you start working, you know. I guess I was lucky Valhalla didn't end up being a tacky disco overseen by a DJ with an afro. My boss just wanted a comfy place, I think. Your boss sounds like an interesting person with that what with wanting to put me somewhere safe and all that. She is. She's so cool and collected, but has no qualms about showing excitement about stuff. Sure, she's been a bit tense the last couple of days, but even then, when you're with her, everything just feels under control. She also has this mechanical arm. No idea how she got it, but... Sorry, I got carried away. It's fun to see you break the wise bartender character you're using here. I do that? It'd be nice to meet this boss of yours sometime and thank her. Shall I call her? She'd be glad to know you're here. You're okay. Oh, no, I shouldn't pester her that way. And besides, it's getting late and I don't want to abuse your generosity. You can ask for another one, although I don't know how much alcohol you can handle. I think I can handle another drink. 1 Brandtini, please. Coming right up. She wants a Brandtini. Yeah, that. Let's see if I can make it big. Hopefully, I can. Because, big is money. Big money. Like money. So we got 6, 3, and 1. I can totally make this big. I want to make it big. So that's 12, 3, and 2. So all aged and mixed. Hell yes. I got 0 for that. I fucked up. Yep, this seems like the stuff. Cheers. Are you alright? Yeah, just a bit dizzy. Unless that was purposely 0 because it was on the house or whatever. But I served her a fucking brandini. Yeah, clearing your throat? It helps me focus a bit. Yeah, I'm better now. Hey Jill, do you work with other women? I work for a woman. Well, my only coworker is male. Why? You lucky bitch. I mean, you have no idea the heaven you live in. When I started my internship, every intern was female. Have you ever tried competing with women for a good spot? They are relentless. Have you tried making friends with any of them? Friends? Those cunts are in it for friendship, they're out for blood. Sorry, I mean... The other day I got an assignment and all I got for my efforts was an afternoon spent locked in the bathroom. And this other time, when our supervisor praised me, I'm still looking for my briefcase. Ugh, sometimes I just want to take all those bitches and throw them in the sewers or something. Let the lizard men feast on their livers. I'm just so tired of having to deal with that. Tired of having to put up with them. Tired. No sleeping here, please. Do you want me to call you a cab? Would you be so kind? Hey, it's Jill. Can you send us a cab? Client, just a second. Hey, Kim, I'm gonna need your full name. Kimberly Lavalette. Wow, what a flowery name. Kimberly Lavalette. No, I have no idea how to spell it. No, she's too sleepy to answer that. Okay, fine. Thanks a lot. I'll be here in... And she's asleep. A minute. She's been through a lot today, I guess. Hey, Jill, bathroom's done. I'm leaving. Guide Miss Lavalette to her cab on your way out, please. Ah, she woke up. And fell asleep again. Sure, anything for a client. Excuse me, miss. Please help me walk you to your cab. Big pockets. And that's it. Are we done for the night? Seems like it. Where's Jill, and where's the girl that was here? Jill cleaned the bathroom and left because he stank. Kim woke up, had a couple of drinks, and left. So she's called Kim. How did she look to you? How was she? She was freaked out when she woke up, but she managed to calm down. Are you worried about her? Wouldn't you be? I don't know. Hey boss, I feel like calling you boss is too impersonal. Not really, no. It's not like you call me that because I'm a stranger, just out of habit. Oh. Anyway, you're free to go after you finish washing up the glasses. Let me transfer you to today's payment. Maybe I'll give Jill a small bonus for dealing with the bathroom. No mistakes. Yeah. And I got a bonus. Hell yes. Flawless service bonus. Fuck yeah.